factors also. Because definitely the intention was to address such issues with this health talk. World Health Day, started on 7th April 1948, I believe, and then continued as a practice since 1950 by World Health Organization. I guess I'm not audible. That's it. Yeah. So then, I guess this year's theme lies depression, but that's not why we are here. The talk is definitely around lifestyle management. We have with us our esteemed guests out here, Dr. Aarti, Dr. Bala, and Dr. Shelly. A big round of applause for all of them. So they told me that they'll introduce themselves, so I'm not going over that exercise.
Namaste everyone. Very glad to be here on the World Health Day. Myself, Aarti Bhalera, I'm the Chief Dietitian of Columbia Asia, has almost 10 years of experience in the field of nutrition associated with several other hospitals as well. Very glad to be here, and definitely we'll be happy to share the views on your health with you. I'll hand over the mic to Bala.
Namaste to all. Myself, Bala. Thank you to all for being a part of this session. And I do have in this industry for 10 years. Previously, I am from Bangalore, so there it was almost 8-9 years I was there.
We have a team from Bangalore actually. Please.
Please come. Yes.
Okay, that's right. We'll start.
Yeah, right. And she is Shaili, so she will.
So we start with a session. It's a crisp kind of session wherein we just get to know about our own health. So what are we going to discuss about? We are going to discuss about what do we mean by work-life balance. There are certain concepts which are very common, which every one of us have heard, like basal metabolic rate and your body mass index, that's BMR and BMI. So how is your food important and how is it going to impact your life? Of course, your BMI, how is it going to impact it? How do we stay energetic while working? Yes, we have got a lot of work schedule and your task to be completed. You feel fatigued at times, sometimes energetic. So what is that in your day-to-day practice that you're going to do which is going to make you feel energetic? Yes, of course, Shelly and Bala is going to help us about certain workplace ergonomics, like what are the basic exercises which you can do for relaxation. How do we exactly sleep so that we get a maximum relaxation out of the time period where we are going to relax ourselves. Of course, we are going to discuss about how, if we are not going to modify the lifestyle, what are the probable diseases that can occur, can be induced into us. Okay. So before we just go towards the session, there's a small video which we have got for you people. We'll just have the look over the video and then proceed towards the session.
Can't get up, then you better get out, 'cause the only thing that's gonna do is play.
fulfillment and happiness has to go all together. That is what is going to make our work-life balance. Not only working is important and not only enjoying your personal life is important. It has to be a balance in whatever you do. Whenever you are working also, the tasks that you perform, of course the achievement and the enjoyment both play a vital role in maintaining the balance. Now for all these to be achieved, you need a healthy body obviously, okay. So let us understand a bit about your body as well. So total health is going to be not only food, not only water, not only your exercise, it is going to be a combination which is going to start from your sleep. Your health does not start from the morning you get up, it starts from a sound sleep. So Shaili is definitely going to guide us about the benefits of sound sleep and what are the positions in which we are going to ensure that we are properly resting our body in a very beautiful manner. Yes, after your sleep, what comes another important factor is your water. Yes, which is a nutrient. We always have read about carbohydrates, protein, fats, nutrients, but water is a very important element into your diet. Yes, good amount of water. Healthy food. Nowadays, what has happened? We are supposed to eat junk food occasionally, but junk food becomes an occasional item and your healthy food becomes an occasional item. So let us again understand what is clean food, what is healthy food. Exercise, which is a mandatory part of your life. You cannot escape exercise. We cannot say that you don't have time. Okay? So we are going to have a detailed discussion about all these things. Let us first understand what is your body made up of. Okay? If you see the typical body composition, 45% of your body in case of males is made up of muscles. In females it is 36%. What we talk about is the essential fat. Now whenever the term essential, non-essential comes, so whenever it is related to nutrients, basically there are certain things which your body produces on its own. You must have heard about B12 deficiencies, or almonds are very good in fats, because there is something known as essential fatty acids which are not produced by your body. So whenever the term essential nutrients means what it is not produced in your body, hence your supplementation from your diet is mandatory. So the type of essential fat that is there in the body is typically 3% for males and 12% in females. If we talk about the storage fat or the non-essential fat, it is 12% in case of males and 15% of storage fat in females. The bone density is going to be 15% in males and 12% in females, and other components are going to be 25 each. So whenever you find a person who is heavy and he says nahi mere haddiyon ka wazan hi zyada hai, so it cannot be more than 15 or 12% respectively for males and females. Okay, so let's go to the details again. How does your body, any human life start? It starts with a single cell. Now your cells multiply. They form tissues. After tissues are formed, they form the organs and system. This is what your human body is composed of. I am not talking about anybody's body. It's your own body which is composed of cells, tissues, organs, systems. Now, we have seen the composition. We also need to understand the elements. See, 62% of your body is made up of what? It is made up of water. And if you recollect the water intake the earlier day, it must be hardly 3-4 glasses of water. Okay, and then we have got problems with acidity, we have got acne problem, we have got recurrent acid alkaline imbalances that are created because somewhere you are not synchronizing with the body composition. Your diet is not synchronizing with the nutrient requirement which your body naturally is composed of. That's the reason why today we are going to understand what is my body made of and what is the corresponding diet intake that I have to make. Now if you see, your body is made up of 16% of proteins, your muscle mass. We've spoken what is the distribution of all these things. 16% of proteins, 16% of fats, 1% carbohydrate, 6% minerals. And again, these can be distributed as, if you see what is the basic component, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen. So this is what the basic of your cell is, and this is what every nutrient, every food is going to revolve around. So if there is 62% of water, 16% of protein, 1% carb, and if we just recollect our diet, what is it our diet majorly composed of? Carbs, fats, where is the protein? A very big missing group in our diet. So let us just progress to slide. So how should be your body? मैं तो healthy हूँ. How many people feel they are healthy?
Only one.
And how many people feel they are unhealthy? Okay, let us understand the definition of healthy body composition. Whenever we are going to work upon our health, what needs to be the basis of any action that you are going to take is your body composition. As you are going to age, see, every year there is a change in your body composition. Every year you must have noticed that earlier also your diet is the same and this time also your diet is the same. But yes, now of late you have started putting on a lot of weight. There is a change in your inches. Because what happens is your basal metabolic rate, what we call the rate at which your body is spending energy when you are doing nothing. So that will determine upon your body composition. The percentage of muscle mass, the percentage of fat mass is going to determine your body composition. So higher the fat mass, the lower is your body's ability to utilize its energy. More the muscle is an active tissue. So it will utilize a lot of energy. So the moment you are working upon your muscle percentage, obviously your weight loss is going to be easier. Okay, so the healthy body composition is what? It has the desired amount of muscles and reduced amount of fat. If the fat is excess and the muscle mass is reduced, then definitely your body composition is something that is unhealthy. How do you assess your body composition? There are different techniques which are going to help you to assess the body composition. There are different PI analysis which will help you to know your body fat percentages, the distribution of your body fat percentage as well. Now, to talk on an average, BMI is what we call as the indicator of your health. So BMI means body mass index, your weight in correspondence to your height. Okay. So there are different indices. The simplest is height in centimeters minus 100 should give you your ideal body weight. Okay. So if it is 163 centimeters minus 163 should be your ideal body weight, which we call as a Bondrel index. There are different other ways also, or there are height weight reference tables which will help you to know your BMI. So your BMI always should be between 18 to 23. Okay. So what do we mean by BMI? The body mass index, the weight in correspondence to your height. There is something known as BMR, that's the basal metabolic rate. Whenever you are not doing anything, you are resting, still there are certain processes that do run down. Circulation is there, thinking is there, or your digestion process runs down. So the rate at which you are spending your energy while doing nothing is known as the basal metabolic rate. This is going to be different for males and females. In males, the basal metabolic rate is higher because the muscle mass is higher. Of course, the height is more. That's why the rate at which you are spending your energy is also more higher as compared to females. Of course, sports people have a higher metabolic rate because the muscle composition is more. Okay. So, is there a difference between males and females? Of course, there is a difference in the fat percentage in males and females. That's why there is a difference between the basal metabolic rate of males and females. BMI is very specific to every individual. Okay. Can we alter our BMI and BMI? Yes, of course, we can alter our BMI and BMI. If we are increasing or decreasing our weight, yes, your BMI is what is impacted. And if you're changing your body, your food composition, your basal metabolic rate also is going to impact. If you're changing your lifestyle, if you're changing your exercise habit, then also you are able to effectively alter your basal metabolic rates. Okay. So, yes, a lot of fat, whatever we eat, ultimately what happens? Your body is going to require some amount of energy. Suppose you've had a lunch which is composed of 500 calories. Post your lunch, what you are going to do? You might have a round in your own premises and then get back to work, wherein you're sitting and doing your job. Maybe you're losing, say, about 100 calories more while doing your activities. So out of the 500 calories, if you're spending 100 calories, and say about your metabolic processes are requiring 15 calories. So what happens with the 300 calories? They are going to be stored in your body. If you see, remember the first slide, there is no storage form of carbohydrate. Okay, like you have a bike, in your bike you fill in the petrol. Okay, the petrol will be utilized till the time you are going to drive the bike. So if your bike is stationary, the petrol is there in the tank as petrol. In your human body, your fuel is what? Your fuel is your glucose. Whatever food you eat, whether you eat a salad, whether you eat a grain, whatever you eat, ultimately your body is going to break it down into your stomach and give you glucose, because that's the form of energy which is required for your body. Okay, like in your body you have, in your vehicle you have a combustion machine which will utilize the petrol into energy. Your combustion engine is your mitochondria into the cell, which takes your glucose and gives you the energy. So if you are having excess of calories, by the end of the day, all the excess calories are going to be stored in the form of fat. Okay, and that fat is going to be deposited where? In those areas where there is no activity. So that's why a lot of fat deposition around your abdominal area, thighs, arms is what is being seen. Okay, now if this excess fat is going to be accumulated, it definitely is going to impact your weight, and the excess of weight definitely is going to be a lot triggering to all these metabolic diseases like stroke, atherosclerosis, your kidney failure, heart attack. These are some of the things which are being studied. So let us understand our food, what is that we eat and what is it going to turn out into. So the first group, if you see, it consists of your protein group. So there are eggs into it, chicken, meat, fish, poultry. So ultimately any type of protein that you're eating from a vegetarian or a non-vegetarian source is going to be converted into amino acids and ultimately lead to the development of muscles. Next group, if you see, it is the carbohydrate group specifically. So your grains, your wheat, jawar, bajra, semolina, varai and all those things come into this category. And once you're eating that, the body is going to break it down into glucose. That's your sugar, to be in a simpler terms. And sugar is ultimately excess, which is going to be utilized for your activities, would be utilized, and excess is going to be deposited in the form of fat. Now third more important group is your fruits and vegetables. So this definitely is a group which is going to give you B complex, your folic acid, iron, vitamins and minerals. So this ultimately is going to give you what? Energy and fiber. Because as I told you, your combustion engine which is going to utilize your glucose will definitely require all the micronutrients like your folic acid, B12, riboflavin. All these things are required in very small amounts to give you energy. So not only eating your food is important, but eating the food with the essential composition of your micronutrients is very important, which actually is in your hand. Okay. The next group comes your, as we were talking about, essential nutrients. So these are the essential nutrients, the essential fatty acids, the essential amino acids. Now these are going to digest into vital nutrients and which is going to give you an immunoprotective effect. Okay. Then we have the last group, which is the favorite group of every one of us. So that's your pizzas, burgers, soft drinks, french fries. So these are more of I would say empty calorie kind of stuff which have lesser nutrients, more of calorie dense stuff. These are ultimately going to be digested into fatty acids and turn into fat. So I am sure that all of us are definitely wanting to have a nice toned body. None of us wants to be fat. None of us wants to be fatigued. None of us wants to be, too tired and not able to complete our own projects on time. Yes, if we are wanting muscles, if we want a toned body, if we want good wellness for us, if definitely we want a good long-term health, our food choices have to be, definitely something that we have to work upon. If we are managing to have a lot of junk food and think that I am going to be muscular, it's not going to happen. I have given you enough logical things behind it. So the next time, the entire purpose of coming here is to make you aware about your own body and impact your food selection. Food availability is something that you cannot change. It's going to be there. What is there that you can change is your own food choices, understanding your own body composition. Okay, so I'm not a dietitian who's going to say just stop eating junk food from tomorrow and you should be eating only clean food, only healthy food. What I would want you people to understand is the balance that you will find between your activity levels and your food intake. If your activity levels really demand having a lower calorie intake, you should be going it. So for me, if you ask me, I am a kind of dietitian who would definitely prescribe you that you have to eat right. For losing weight or working on your health does not mean that you just stop eating. Dieting is not just staying on water for days together or just eating salads for a couple of days and then having a lot of cravings. Yes, there is a science behind everything and I would want you people to eat right, not eat less. Okay. And definitely, like you have a sugarcane machine, whatever you put in the machine, the type of sugarcane will yield the juice. So similarly, whatever you put in your body definitely is going to yield you something. So if you want a very positive thing, you definitely have to be cautious about what are the things that you are putting in your body, what frequently, and if I am doing something which I enjoy, is there any sufficient action I have taken for the detoxification, is something that definitely can be thought of, is something that is very practical. We just need to know the approach to go about these things. Okay, so yes, definitely all of us are hungry. We are going to understand कि इतनी भूख लगती क्यों है. What is the usual pattern is that you come in the morning and breakfast usually goes something that is idli or some small portion. So you are hungry by again 12, wherein you have your lunch, and after your lunch you continue. And then comes a time when everybody's diet on an average goes wrong. That's your snack timing. That's the time you eat something and you stuff your stomach, and by the time you reach home again you eat your dinner and you're full by that time. So itni bhook lagti kyun hai? You are also worried because once there is a hunger peak, then you are not able to control your hunger, and then what happens is uncontrolled eating, which leads to fat deposition. So definitely you just don't feel hungry like that. There definitely is something known as calorie density. So just this slide will help you to understand. Now if you see, if you're filling your stomach with this much of amount of oil, it will give you 400 calories. If you're filling your stomach with so much amount of tea, it will give you 400 calories. And your stomach, if it is filled with so much of vegetables, it will give you 400 calories. So this is definitely the reason why your diet has to be balanced. See, if your diet is going to be higher in fat, your stomach is going to be vacant. Okay, if your stomach is going to be vacant, you are going to be hungry. Okay, so whenever we are eating a diet, you definitely have to take care of your carbohydrate, protein, fiber into your diet. If you are eating a diet which is higher in carb and fat, yes, your stomach is going to be emptied faster, and once your stomach is emptied faster, then all these chemical receptors which are like your CCK, GLP, ghrelin, leptin, all these hormones definitely are playing a major role in maintaining your satiety factors. So what a basic thing what I would want to tell you is, whenever you eat your diet, just remember your carbohydrate, protein, fat balance. So whenever you are eating your breakfast, the first thing that we eat is your carb, whether it is a poha, idli, or it is a paratha. We all focus on eating a carb because that's what our primary Indian diets are composed of. But understanding our own body needs, understanding the changes in the basic metabolic rate, I would want to suggest that you have to incorporate a protein in your breakfast as well. Protein would be what? It could be your egg white, it could be your curd, it could be your bowl of sprouts or milk as per your availability. So whenever you are having a protein, the composition of protein is complex. It will take more energy to digest. If it is taking more energy, obviously it is going to help you to increase the metabolic rate, keep your fat levels low, and with that, what is it going to have impact is, it is going to impact your muscle mass as well. Okay, and if the food is taking long for digestion, it is not going to vacate your stomach faster. That's why all your hormones also are going to play a role, and you will find yourself getting lesser amount of cravings within you. The next meal which comes, see, between 2 meals there has to be a gap of minimum 3 hours. You should not eat frequently, because every time you eat, again there is an insulin which is speaking up, fit to counteract all those glucose molecules. Again your fat hormones become activated. That's the reason why between 2 meal timings, try to maintain a balance of at least 3 hours. Between your eating and sleeping timing, it has to be a gap of 2 hours, which is essentially has to be maintained. So you should not eat and sleep immediately. Definitely if you follow that, you must have seen there is an immediate difference in the fat levels, there is an immediate difference in the inches gain that you are seeing. So in your lunch, of course, once you have sabzi roti, which is a normal composition of your diet, try to include a protein group, like alternate days, at least a sprout you can have, at least some buttermilk, some curd, something which you can carry always with yourself. Okay, and of course fats have to be limited. You cannot have unlimited amount of fat. If it is there into your vegetable, at least from your pulkas or the grain based things that you eat, try to make it fat free, so that you are compromising or at least working upon the total intake of fat. How much of fat in the entire day? Not more than 3 teaspoons of visible fat, that's your oil, ghee. Not more than 3 to 4 teaspoons every day. Okay, And then yes, evening snack should you take or not? Yes, you can definitely take a evening snack, but then you are taking a grain based snack in your snack timing and again having a grain based food at your dinner. So if you're having some snack that's grain based, see to it that you're compromising in your dinner calories at least. Okay. Of course, your micronutrients, as I told you, into your energy releases are very important. Just focus on the eating of vegetable group, because that's a group which is going to again give you fiber and lot of vital nutrients. Okay, so how do you eat your vegetable? Whenever you're getting your sabzi, try to finish the entire bowl full of vegetables. Rule of 5 has to be there. 2 bowls of cooked vegetable, 2 bowls of raw vegetable, and 1 seasonal fruit in the entire day is something which is easier. This is what you people have. You always carry a tiffin with yourself. So just you have to change the way in which you are eating. I am not asking you to introduce a different kind of food or any fancy food to be introduced. Your nutrition definitely is going to be impacted the way you are going to eat your diet today. So from your diet, the existing food that you get, you just have to increase the quantity of vegetable, decrease the quantity of cereals. Okay. Yes, of course, if there is so much of toxins that are produced in our body overnight with the fermentation processes, there is something that is detoxification which is required. So at least in a week, try to manage one day where you are going to detoxify yourself. Focus on eating a lot of fruits, vegetables on that day, minimizing the tea and coffee intake on those days, increase the water percentage. Definitely, this will definitely have an impact over nullifying the toxic effects what you have accumulated over the entire week. So always a balance. So if you see your food intake should always match your expenditure. If your food intake is exceeding your expenditure, you will find yourself gaining weight. If it is vice versa, you will find yourself losing weight. So the weight gain or weight loss is just a simple calculation. Every 7,000 calories is going to make you gain 1 kg or lose 1 kg of weight. So even if you have to lose 1 kg, you will have to lose 7,000 calories in a week's time. Okay, so this has to be not something that is going to happen overnight. If you really want to have a good sustained weight loss, you have to make it a gradual process. Every day it has to be distributed, and after losing weight, the weight maintenance is something which is going to be a challenge. Okay. So what are the beneficial foods that you are going to focus on eating? One is oats, very good for the fiber content, very good for a cardioprotective effect. Of course, there is something we all have many a times with IT crowd. It is seen that there is always a problem of gas distension. Okay, digestion issues are very common. Acidity, constipation, all these things. This is because the acid-alkaline balance again is affected. So all your proteins basically are going to be too much acidic in nature. They, like you burn a paper, you get an ash. So your proteins are going to yield an acidic ash, whereas your fruits and vegetables are going to yield an alkaline ash. So if you are going to have the acid-alkaline balance that is perfectly maintained, you will find your aging becoming slowing down. Your graying of hair reduces down. Your acne and pimple problems reduces. So this is what on a grosser level we can say. But of course it has got a very major role to play in your body metabolic processes also, into your disease orientation also. So whenever you see a disease that is coming up, if you see any diabetes that is coming up, so that is what? That is an imbalance of your carbohydrate metabolism. Your body is not able to handle the excess amount of glucose. If there is some cardiac problem, means what? There is a change in your fat metabolism. So unless you are not working on the metabolism, correcting the metabolism, the relief or the cure is something that is going to be impacted. Yes, you are going to treat the symptoms, but while treating your symptoms related to health, you definitely have to understand what exactly has been running down, what exactly metabolism is altered, and how do I need to address it through diet, exercise, through medical management. So we were coming to certain amount of beneficial foods. So oats, at least twice or thrice a week you should aim at eating oats. Very good for your fiber content, help you in relieving from your constipation. Next is green tea. Yes, very good for the antioxidant factors. So at least 2 cups of green tea in the entire day without sugar you should be having. Soya bean again is going to be very beneficial, whenever we talk about protein, is a non-veg protein good or a vegetarian protein good, is what is the basic question is there. So basically it depends upon the amino acid contents, as we were talking about the essential amino acids. It depends, the protein quality depends upon how much of essential amino acids the protein is giving. So egg is usually a reference reference protein which contains all the essential nutrients in the right proportions. But yes, definitely you can have non-vegetarian and vegetarian proteins. For those people who are completely vegetarians, they have to combine their protein groups so that they are not deficient with a particular amino acid. For non-vegetarians, yes, definitely 50% can be the proteins from your non-veg food intake, and rest 50% could be from your dietary vegetable group intake. Okay. As I told you, the importance of fruits and vegetables, very important in giving you folic acid, vitamin C. All the anti-aging or antioxidant factors are being composed in these food groups. So definitely 1 to 2 fruits every day with a good amount of salad intake has to be ensured. Garlic again is very good for the allicin component. It's also an antioxidant. So in a day, if you can swallow 2 capsules of, 2 pods of raw garlic mashed together, again it will definitely help you in keeping your gut bacteria. So if your gut bacteria is good, then also your nutrient absorption is better. For some reasons, if you are not able to produce your B12 or absorb your B12 levels or your B complex vitamins with a good microflora, you will find yourself absorbing your nutrients better and being less deficient with the nutrient intake. Then flax seeds, yes, very good again for the fiber and the omega-3 factors. So 1 teaspoon of flax seed, just you can be storing at your desk, post your lunch, post your breakfast. You definitely can easily have 2 teaspoons of flax seeds. Almonds again, see, your snack is something that you crave for a lot. So that's the time when you should actually have your nuts and oilseeds, because that's the time when you crave for something that is going to be higher in fat. So if you're craving, why don't you eat a good type of fat? So you can just have 12 half of walnuts for your snack, or 6 whole of walnuts, a couple of raisins and almonds, which can form a good snack. If you're going to work upon this, you will find yourself having lesser cravings, because it is higher in fiber, it is higher in fat. That's why you will be able to control your cravings in a better fashion. Okay, so these are the beneficial foods. Outside food, yes, I would not say don't indulge in them, but then definitely moderation is something that has to be thought about. Let it not become a very frequent item. Let it be kept as an occasional item. Okay, so these were certain things from diet perspective. Yes, we are limited and restricted to the time. Definitely we have tried to keep it short and deliver you the maximum of message. From today, at least it should impact your food choices. It should give an awareness before you select some kind of food. Okay, I would definitely hand over the mic right now to Shelly. She will help us about the exercising, how to maintain the postures, and what exactly in the exercise we should be doing while we manage the day-to-day activities. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Aarti. Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Dr. Shaili. I am a physiotherapist at Columbia, Asia. I have done my master's in orthopedic, and since 1.5 years I am with the Columbia, Asia. Today we are going to learn about work-life balance. Actually, I will take the practical session. How will you do the balance? Life is all about balance. Whether it is excess, whether it is less, it is harmful for our life, right? Okay, so work-life balance is a very broad concept. You need to balance between your work, career, ambitions, and other hand with life, health, pleasure, leisure, and family and spiritual life. So how you will achieve that? You can't leave your work. You can't leave your family also. You can't leave your leisure and friends also. We are not machines, right? Okay. So during and second thing, if we don't have adequate sleep, then what happened? Our stress level has increased. So in this balance, we have various components. That is self-management, time management, stress management, technology management, and leisure management. So if you want to achieve the balance, first you need to be clear with your priorities. What are your priorities in life? Then and then only you can decide your goals. And first of all, if you have promotion, if you have money, if you have success, but if you don't have health, then everything is zero, right? So that's why we are all here, and we'll teach you the practical demo how you should balance, right? Okay. So all of you have 16 hours of working? 16 or 12 hours? How many hours you are sitting and working? 10 hours? 10 hours, right. And everybody is aware of sedentary lifestyle complications like obesity, blood sugar, hypertension, neck pain, back pain, right? So what thing, and once you go home, home issues are also there, and you get furious with them, so then again it all mash up. So what is the solution? Huh? So instead of sitting at one place, you can do certain activities here only. So you can save your time. No need to go to gym, no need to do 3 hours of exercise and hurt yourself, right? You can do meditation here only, you can do exercise as well as you can do the work. That is our goal, right? Okay, so would you like to join with me? Yes. Okay. Everybody can see me, or you can come here, forward, the backside people. Or just stand up. Everybody stand up. We are going to do exercise. Everybody can see me? Please stand up. We are going to do exercise. Okay, so when you are sitting in front of your PC, your eyes are at the hump. So you need to do eye exercises. You need to do some neck stretches as well. And of course, some activities that will maintain, so you can avoid your sedentary lifestyle basically. So first you need to take a finger, and after every 2-3 hours you need to repeat all these exercises so you can avoid sedentary lifestyle, right? So first you can take finger and just move your eyeball in right to left, up and down. So you need to move your eyeball. So, yeah, like this, okay?
Only
Up
the finger moves.
and down.
Finger moves here and the eyeball.
Right, then close your eyes with your fingers and take a deep breath. Close your eyes with like this, both eyes, and take a deep breath.
And hold the mic forward for shape. Then hold the mic.
Yeah. You can close your eyes like this. This is called eye palming because you are continuously in front of the UV ray screen, and sometimes if you continuously see in front of your screen, you are prone to burning of eyes and eye problems. So this exercise, frequent blinking, eyeball movements and eye palming will help you for that. Second thing, whenever we are in stress, our muscles go into tension. If we are not taking adequate sleep, we are continuously working. So our spine is also undergone into the tension. So for that you need to do this stretches in between your work. So we'll do this stretch, this side, this, right and left, then rotations. It's okay. And the shoulder movements, clockwise. This you can do with typing. Nobody is telling you to stand up and do. Just here, you. Okay, so like many excuses I get day to day. How can I leave my work and do the exercise? So you can keep typing and keep doing this stretch. Okay, clockwise movement and anti-clockwise movement. Okay. Got it? So you can relieve your neck tension with this way. You can do the calf pumping, leg movements. In sitting on the chair only, you should do calf pumping. Because many a time if you are sitting in a dependent position, it will hamper your circulation. And if you are standing for long hours, if you are sitting in a dependent position, we are prone to varicose vein. So that's why calf pumping is important. You can do calf pumping. Just go on toes and on heel. Okay. So this way you feel relaxation in the leg. Everybody is doing? Yes. Yes. Then keep your some distance between your chair and table, because when we are sitting with our bending legs for a longer period, we are prone to the knee osteoarthritis. So you can stretch your legs like this in sitting position, right? Got it? So this we can do. At least we can do this.
Yes.
It's easy?
Yes.
Okay, and no need to take break from the work.
That is good.
Okay, so no excuses, right? So this is how you need to balance. Then you can just stand up, hold your back and go this way. You can hold your neck like this and you can go this way. Okay. And rotations, this side, this side. This also you can do here. Then side stretch. So this will take care of your back. Got it? Everybody is clear with this exercise?
Yes.
Okay, now second part is about your stress. Please have a seat now. Everybody is fresh now? Yes. Feeling fresh? Easy? Or complicated? Easy. Okay. Now what about stress? How will you control your stress? Any idea?
Deep back.
How will you? Yes, correct. Deep breath. So it's not like that you need, if you want to de-stress yourself, you need to go to the Osho ashram in the forest and do meditation. Okay? Meditation is about the awareness of your breathing, how you are aware of your deep breaths. So whether you are in the meeting, whether right now also, or whether you are in front of your desk, you can meditate. You can aware about your breathing and you can take care of your breathing, because normally humans are the shallow breathers. We are not taking frequent deep breath, and because of that when we are in stress, we have lack of oxygen, and because of that our muscles go into tension, and because of that we feel pain, and it's a vicious cycle. Stress, muscle tension, pain, and lack of sleep. Right? Okay, so how will you de-stress? How will you meditate? So just observe your breathing pattern initially and take a count. Like you need to be aware of your inhalation part and take a 10 counts and then exhale. So this you can do anytime. Shall we do it? Yes. Okay, so just close your eyes. So it's your eye palming also. And it's your, just concentrate on your breathing. Please close your eyes, everybody, and just pay attention on your breathing. And take a deep breath like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we'll take a deep breath 4 counts and exhale also 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. So whenever you are in anger, whenever you feel stressed, just you need to do, make yourself aware about your breathing and take this few counts. You feel relaxed. And it is not in few minutes you feel the effect. You need to do it on a consistent way, in a regular basis. And immediately you feel release of this tension. Right now we have done exercise, we have done breathing. How you are feeling? Relaxed? Okay, so keep in mind that you can... Now what is technology management? I think you people are better than me in that case. So nowadays, if we use excess way, the computers, mobiles, then it is harmful. Before you go to sleep, you need to just put off your all gadgets, then only you can sleep. Otherwise, you are continuously in the tension of your work or anything else, right? But you can use technology for the health. Like a Google Fit, we have lots of pedometers. You can put a reminders that every 2-3 hours I need to do stretch, every 2-3 hours I need to do meditation, every 2-3 hours I need to drink water. So you can use technology in that way, and so you can maintain your balance between your work as well as your health. So this is called technology management. And what is laser management? Laser management, like I got the patient with the pain, neck pain, back pain. So history is Sunday, madam, I play on a weekends, and rest of the week I don't play, and I ends up with the shoulder pain or I ends up with the back pain. Right. So if you are doing regularly, on the weekdays also regular exercise and stretches, then you are playing in weekend, that is fine. It won't give you pain. But Monday to Friday you are continuously sitting in front of PC, and then Saturday, Sunday all of a sudden you run or you do cycling or you play badminton, you ends up your body in the injury. Your muscles are not that much trained. Same way for the gym. For 31st को party किया, resolution लिया, 1st January से we'll go to gym, we'll lose 10 kgs. After 10 January, everything aside. It is not like that. Give yourself a realistic goal. Like 3 days I'll do sun salutation, or 3 days I'll just have watch on my water. Complete that goal and motivate yourself. Then slowly you can adopt the healthy balance between your work and life. It is not about 1 or 2 days. You need to adapt yourself slowly in a regular basis. Then only you can achieve your goal. Okay? And okay, why this imbalance comes? Because nowadays the competition is everywhere. Individual career ambitions are also there. Globalization has done because of networking and longer working hours. So for that we can keep like flexible timings, flexible duties, shifting duties, or you can do part-time job, whatever part-time job or work from home also sometimes. Or there should, so it is up to you that is not under my topic. so these are the solutions. Don't overbook yourself, prioritize yourself, learn how to say no and when to say no. Organize yourself, use technology in a healthy manner.